Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of CZCW Coastal Zone Championship Wrestling. This is episode 23, and this is Showdown at Sundown. Such a lovely name here. We are, of course, in the Gorski Ballroom. I know I mentioned a few episodes ago, but just to refresh you guys, so not this show, after the next show, we're actually going to be looking to start moving out into different territories, maybe. See if we can't, move out a little bit. I do believe that the Northwest is pretty open. The Mid-South will not be, though, I don't think, because I do believe that the Mid-South is where Queens of American Wrestling is. Queens of American Wrestling is a women's fed, for those wondering. Anyways, let's just get right into the show. We are one show out from what I have started to make my big show, Christmas Cage Chaos, where seriously, I think in canon it's Welcome to the Coastal Zone. I just find that Christmas Cage Chaos is a little bit of a better place to put it, and we're building to that amazing Cage Wars match between the Air Attack Weasel Alliance and Simon's Superstars. God, Simon, get a better team name, Simon. Jesus. Anyways, we're going to open things up with the Air Attack Weasel in the ring. He's going to be with Miguel Rivera, and he's going to say that in the main event tonight, there's no better way to kick things off this build up to this great, big, high-stakes match. There's no better way to build it up than having himself and Miguel take on Simon and a partner of Simon's choosing. Simon's got some good boys there in his stable. You know, they want to do the right thing. Well, let them come. Let them see if they even have a shot in the dark. And he looks over at Miguel. You know, little nod, smirk at defeating us. And so we move forward, and we have a quick little match. Actually, it's not that quick. It's like about 11 and a half minutes, as Al Coleman defeats American Elemental in a bit of just an exhibition match, really. Of course, all matches do, of course, have stakes, title kind of rankings, justling, that type of deal. But in about 11 and a half minutes, Al Coleman defeats American Elemental 2 by submission with an ankle brace. So Al Coleman gets it locked in, plays his normal kind of I am smart, I know how wrestling works kind of match. What a terrible way to describe how somebody works a match, of course. But I think I've gone on long enough about how smart Al Coleman is in terms of wrestling. American I think I said his name right. Yeah, American Elemental fights really hard. He does quite a extraordinary job, I will say, when faced against somebody as smart and as well tested as Al. And he puts on one hell of a performance. Actually manages to outwork the workhorse of the company, per se. So yeah, as we move forward, we're going to get Simon Waves, and he's with Kerr. And Kerr is like, so, you're looking for a partner. Simon's like, that I am. I am looking to find someone to team with me tonight. Kerr says, You may wish to ask. And so Simon and Kerr kind of, we get like a little bit of like a different kind of, I don't know what to call it. There's obvious that some time passes, I guess, between the shots. We get a couple of them as Simon and Kerr kind of lay out candidates for who would be the best partner. We actually get a promo here from Teddy Powell. He was just debuted. Teddy's in the ring, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen of the Coastal Zone, my name is Teddy Powell, and I've been wrestling for quite a fair amount of time. I've been all around the United States here, and I'm finally excited that I've landed here in CZCW. I'm here to put on some great performances and fight the good fight. Do things the proper way. So I hope my time here is as pleasant as everybody looks here tonight. Hey. I'm excited to start my CZCW career. And so he goes out there with a 42D. Teddy really worked quite well. So he defeats Chet Chavez by pinfall with the motion sensor. Wow, I really love that name. Motion sensor. Ooh. Man, okay, that's such a great name. I don't know why. I love that name so much. Motion sensor. I'd literally think of that as just like I'd think of it as a Canadian destroyer, to be honest. But yeah, he defeats Chet in about 3.5 minutes, as quite well known here in CZCW lore. Chet is a bit of a loser. Lehu Zahur, as we like to call him in the business. There's a big-ass truck going by outside. Hopefully nobody can hear that. So Simon goes up to Johnny backstage, and he says, Johnny, I know you're dealing with recovering from this injury, but how about me and you tonight? We team up, and we take the fight back to the Air Attack Weasel and the man who injured you. Will we go and get Miguel? Johnny says, I'd love to, Simon, but Doc's orders are Doc's orders, all right? This injury is going to be hampering me a little bit, and I don't really think I'm quite ready to step back into the ring. I'll be ready next month, I can promise you that. Come Christmas Cage Chaos, that Cage Wars match, I'll be there. I'll be on your side, always. We already discussed this. And I just can't do it tonight. I hope you understand that. Simon says, of course, Johnny, there's no problem with that, all right? I'll ask some of the other guys. Don't worry, you get yourself healed up, all right? We head forward, and California Love Machine, Frankie Boy Fernandez are in the ring, and they say, all right, well, that didn't totally go the way we wanted it to last month. We didn't end up champions, but hey, at least we didn't get pinned. Am I right? It's not like we're Bad Reputation or something like that. Bad Reputation come out, admittedly a little bit pissed off, and Waylon Walls says, if I were you, I'd watch your tongue. Because these people have seen what we can do, and I don't know where you guys have been the past couple of months, but we were tag team champions for a fair little while of that there. So don't take my name out your mouth, fool. He's become Mr. T now. Love Machine says, oh, I see. All right. Big boy want to play. Big boy want to step up and actually try to put on some kind of fighting competition here. You see, Waylon, here's the thing. First of all, your buddy Bullseye here, he's a fucking loser. He's really quite terrible. Bullseye, I hope you know that, eh? You're really shit at the whole pro wrestling thing. Also, Waylon, look at yourself, all right? You're this big guy. You're this big, hulking, mouth-breathing idiot. And I say that with as much respect as possible. You're kind of shit at the whole wrestling thing, too. Not as bad as Bullseye. Bullseye's bad. But, you do what you can. And Waylon admittedly gets a little pissed off. And he says, fine, you guys want to come out here? You want to talk shit like this? I'll fight you. I don't care. I don't have a problem beating on two little pretty boys out here who think that they're hot shit. All right, you come back, you got a couple nice wins, I'll admit it. You're doing all right for yourself. But we were tag team champions. Bad Reputation were tag team champions. And there's no way on earth. There's no way on earth I'm going to take that lying down. So what do you say I bust both your asses right now? And Fernandez grabs the mic and he says, yeah, all right, that sounds fine with me. How about you, Callie? And Love Machine is like, sounds great, Waylon. Just sit right there, all right? We'll try to get this over as quickly as possible. So we have the match. It's a 56C-. Damn, California Love Machine is really quite good. Going Coastal do indeed defeat Bad Reputation in 10:08 when Frankie Boy Fernandez picks up a victory, defeats Bullseye with a Coast liner. California Love Machine is really, really quite solid. I'm very proud of this matchup. Despite a decent showing for Bad Reputation, they're obviously lacking something. I don't know what it would be. They're a far cry from the dominant team that they were as tag team champions. Might just be confidence, You get a couple losses under your belt, and all of a sudden that confidence factor is gone. But anyways, Going Coastal pick up the victory here, and actually the Air Attack Weasel comes out, and the Weasel says, Yeah, there you go. You guys did that for me. That works. Next month, Christmas Cage Chaos. We're gonna have a good old fashioned Coastal Zone tag team match. You know, the old kind of rules or whatever, where we do the singles matches and then the other match. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, and you guys can get to go at it. And I know it's going to be fun. All right, there's a little bit of history there between you and the Cobras, but yeah, let's put that on. That works. That works for me. Backstage, we see Simon Waves, and he goes up to American Elemental, and he says, "All right, ML, a little bit of a question for you. You know, I've got a tag team main event up next, and you're doing some really great things. I'll tell you that much, man. But what would you think about maybe pulling some double duty tonight, helping me out, helping Simon Waves get the job done?" And ML says, "Simon, the reason why I'm not going to do it is because the exact reason you just said, I'd be pulling double duty. And, you know, I'm not too far into my career here, and I just don't think I need that stress on myself, on my body right now. I know there are other guys here in the stable, other guys who will help you out. So, you know, maybe ask one of them, you know, and maybe we can, you know, I'll pay you back some other time. I promise. All right. I just need to get myself on my feet. All right. I've taken a couple losses as of late, you know, I hope you kind of understand that." And Simon says, yeah, man, no problem. All right. I really do get that. All right. I'm going to ask some of the other guys. All right. And, don't worry. All right. Just rest up. All right. We're going to need you next month. And, ML's like, yeah, I'll be ready always. And we actually head out to the ring where Just Insensitive, somebody will also be in that matchup next month, defeats El Jaguar in about 6.5 minutes by pinfall. A Grace landing. Very good stuff from both men, actually. El Jaguar impressing. Somebody who I may have overlooked a little bit, I will definitely say. And he actually improves. Way to be, El Jaguar. Just Insensitive works his typical kind of cocky style. And this admittedly pisses off El Jaguar a little bit. Thank you. That's my friend Peter playing Rocket League, if you cared. El Jaguar gets a little bit pissed off. He's from Mexico. He's a luchador. He's very about tradition. But at the end of the day, both guys seem to be in decent well spirits. El Jaguar able to take the loss and move on. Anyways, we are backstage. Simon says, "Swipe, I'm asking you a favor. You know, I adore the hell out of you. You know, I think that you are the drive, the passion. You're the smallest dog in the fight, but the biggest one when it matters. And I need you tonight." Swipe says, you need me?" Simon says, "Yeah, man, you're great. Are you kidding me?" Swipe's like, oh, yeah, okay. 1,000%. I'll help you out. I can make that work. I can make this work. When do we go out? Simon says, right now. Swipe's like, oh, okay. Okay, let me just get my trunks on here, all right? And I'll be right with you, okay? Just yeah. And so the Weasel and Rivera make their way to the ring for the main event of the evening. And in a 51D+, Air Attack Weasel, Miguel Rivera defeat Simon Waves, Swipe Romero when Air Attack Weasel defeated Simon Waves by pinfall with an Air Attack Ace following a turn from Swipe Romero. So Swipe was the fifth man all along, damn it. So Swipe helps the Air Attack Weasel pick up a victory. And we're going to get a little bit of why right now. So Romero grabs a mic and he says, "Simon, you know, everything that you said to me, I felt it was true. I felt that you really did believe in me. But something that I don't think you realized is that other people believed in me. The Weasel believed in me. So Simon, as you sit there in the ring, hopefully as uncomfortable as possible." No, we're not going in the pipe bomb promo. Says Swipe says, "Simon, look at this for a minute. Look at the guys you have opposing you. You have the Weasel, a guy who's a mastermind, this conniving son of a bitch, and I say that with the most respect possible, Mr. Weasel. Your name is Mr. Weasel. You have Miguel over here, a guy who was raised on these streets and has one of the most violent right hooks in all of wrestling. You have Huracan, a guy who is literally a Mayan god, a Mayan deity, divine deity who can shoot lightning out his fucking hands. And you have Perdition, a hulking machine who was in prison before he was broken out by the Weasel. Simon, I want you to understand that this wasn't a really personal thing. I like you. You're a pretty decent guy, to be honest, but when the going gets tough, the weak buckle. And maybe you won't, but I can tell you that all the other guys in that group, they're going to buckle. And so when the going get tough, the strong get smart. And I guess you're not strong enough to see where these things are going, where everything's going. So, Simon, I adapted. I needed to adapt. If not, I would have perished. My career would have been gone. I know I'm not important enough for your stable for you to stick your neck out for me. I realized as I was beaten time after time after time after time after time, how long does just wrestling get you by? No. People don't win in wrestling by fighting the good fight like you guys pretend. People win in wrestling by being smarter, by using their resources. And I've used mine, and I've got some now. So, Simon, you get your boys. We're going to get ours. And I'm sorry it had to be this way. I'm sorry that you couldn't see the writing on the wall. There's multiple walls. There are like a few of them. So there you go. We have our Cage Wars match set up, folks. And on the heel team, or I guess not on the heel team, on the Weasel side, we have the Air Attack Weasel. Where is he here? Huracan. Miguel Rivera. Perdition. And there's my friend Aiden on Skype. Thank you. For some reason, everybody's going to just interrupt me today. And Swipe Romero. Meanwhile, on Simon Waves' side, we have Simon Waves, the American Elemental 2, Babao. Goddamn Babao getting up in this violent match stuff. Johnny Perez and Justin Sensitive. So there you go. You can see the faces, and it's going to be a Cage Wars match. Team Waves versus Team Weasel. And as the title of this angle appropriately says, game, set, match. And so there we go. We have finished our last show as we build up to, probably the biggest show of the year. And something I've been really impressed with is California Love Machine, and even Frankie for that matter. Those two guys are something else. Anyways, next episode will be Christmas Cage Chaos. It's going to be the biggest show of the year in my opinion. You might have a different opinion. Lucha Libre influenced. Welcome to the Coastal Zone might have been better in your opinion, but for this one, I feel like I built it up a little bit better. It was a little bit rushed at the end, but I feel like we did a decent job. So yeah, join me next time for what I believe to be the biggest show of the year, Christmas Cage Chaos, featuring that great Cage Wars match, and also the American Cobras versus Going Coastal for the Tag Team Championship, which is going to be pretty fun because they have some history in the past. We've been watching this series the entire way through. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Silly Tuck saying Tyson Bane's apparently in a bidding war. Weird. Oh my god. Oh, was it Day of the Dead? Dia de los Muertos? Yeah, that's Day of the Dead, right? Yeah, it's Day of the Dead. That's why all the Mexican companies ran a show, right? Yeah? Okay. Somebody tell me in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this Silly Talk. Signing out.